This is week 3 of a video blog, which working title is The Journey to Wholeness. It's been a big week. Had a couple of things we did. We had a meeting last Friday with the stroke team at Emory, and they reviewed my progress in the medical situation. They were talking about perhaps in 13th of December, let's not be anxious about the number, but Friday the 13th, to have a procedure to cauterize my heart for the flutter. I'm on 2 medicines to take care of it. So as I said on week 1 video, they thought that not having a particular medicine caused a clot to be tossed up in the brain. So if I have less medicine in me, then and the cauterization and the flutter goes, then that is a long time good thing. So that's a good conversation. The person at Emory is very helpful, gave a lot of admission. Which one thing she said was, with speech, and with speech therapy, she said that the part of the brain where speech is a different part of the brain to where music is. So I can't sing, but I will not torture you tonight with that, as people from some markets will testify on the best of days. So my brain can produce notes, but when I speak, that bit of brain has to work hard. So that was good to learn that. I've had 2 speech therapy sessions since last week. I normally speak fast and I always speak soft, so that's who I am. So she has me to practice speaking slower and louder to enunciate different words. So I'm doing that. One way they do is I go to the speech therapy and I come with sentences written out, and I read them and then paste them. I found that to help me, if I tap as I speak, I can parse words. And, so for example, the kitchen in the house. So kitchen, I tap with the fingers, and tapping is doing something in my brain to get the words out better. So I do tapping. So that's a strategy, which we're calling that strategy. Also, she wants me to come each week to practice something. So, and it would not surprise you that I bring jokes. And so I tell jokes as my therapy in order to deliver. So obviously we have to have a joke tonight. Question: why do ducks have flat feet? Answer: to stamp out grass fires. Question: why do elephants have flat feet? Answer: to stamp out burning ducks. I love that joke. So I practice delivery, pause, and all that things with my other therapies. The PT, this last week we meet weekly, work on balance, which is the issue. He says, I have 95% strength, but it's the balance. So that's good. He said he had noticed an improvement in my balance, which is, standing in a trampoline and changing feet and not falling over. That's a good thing. And then the hardest work continues to be the OT, for occupational therapy. So I have a board and I have to pick things up, move them, pick them up, move them. It's very, very tiring with the concentration. Since last week, I've started to use a 2-pound weight in the right hand, doing strengthening. Between last week and this week, last week, my hand was like that. And since then, I've been practicing riding it back, riding it back, so I can open up, close, and open. So now, in the last 2 days, I can hold the the toothpaste tube. I could hold, so for example, the banana, cut it without doing damage to myself. So I'm combining the strength in my arm as well as the actual technique of picking up things. Deacon John Titus just visited. Him and Molly gave me a gift, which is a little triangle bird from Cracker Barrel, which has gold teeth in it. You know, pick them up, put it down. So I hate that exercise, but I would do it anyway. Says May Stinkhams. The other is that on Monday I got a phone call asking if I'd be willing to. Excuse me. She'll edit this bit out there. So on Monday, I got a request for an interview with AJC, and a writer come over here, and we had 2 hours on Monday, and or Tuesday. This is Wednesday, Tuesday, and so they were interested in the story on the video blog, and that it's a unique way which I've chosen to share the journey with you, the parish, other people in Australia, and so actually here there's a photographer over here. He's wheel around. He put in the. Here comes the photographer. And Sheila is the journo. So on Tuesday she's going to write the story and be in the next week, I don't know which day, for AJC. So it's great. One of the things to ask is why am I doing it? And we thought of it through, and I said to her, you know, my training when I came to Atlanta in '94 was with a Doctor of Theology at Emory, and it's in pastoral counselling. And one of the leaders of the field, it was a man called Anton Boysen. He wrote a book called The Living Human Document, and he said that the best way to do pastoral care is to start with the actual experience of the person and to get them to speak in the first person about the experience. And that's the way you'll learn how to care for people and how to do theological reflection and to do good in the community. So I would have been true to my training at Emory. That first person narrative helps me to think through each week what I'm experiencing, the struggles, the successes, and have some meaning making. So that's the short answer to yesterday. So each week, as we cumulatively have experiences of the exercises, other people's, I've been getting emails, whatnot, provide some reflections on the experience. So the moment is straight out with this is my day. The last thing to say is that Joan Chichester, who wrote commentary on the Rule of Benedict, this week I read that. He said, we cannot will change to happen. She said the goal is to be real, and if you're real, change will happen. So I take that as a very helpful point of reflection, and perhaps for you as well, especially with Thanksgiving about to happen tomorrow. If we are real in our relationships with families, if we're real in relationships with ourselves, if we're real in a relationship with God, and live in the real or the here and now, change will come, and it'll be a pleasant surprise. So, blessings on you and your household for this Thanksgiving, and I'll see you next week.